Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. I'm sporting AJ. You guys see this? AJ Styles. I don't agree with AJ's politics, but I like him in the ring. It's good stuff. What's up, everybody? Your phenomenal podcast host. That's a lot to live up to, right? It's AJ. I thought I would. Phenomenal P1, baby. Phenomenal one. Something like that. How's everybody doing out there? Happy Friday to you. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing pretty good. I've had a really good week. We got loads of stuff to talk about here today. Loads of stuff to discuss. We know that you're ready. We know that you're all about it. And there's the overlay. I look good, don't I? Don't even lie. So, yeah, man, hope everything's going well for you and yours. Hope you guys are happy, healthy, and safe. Let's go ahead and see who's first to the table. Elvis Martinez. Elvis, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to beat Sandy from Germany to the table. Well done for you, my good sir. Sugar Shane in the house. Sandy, guten Tag, Sandy. Elvis knocked you out this morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well over there where you are. Reggie, what's up? Hello, Jamel in Vegas. What's going on? Russell, what's up, man? How you doing, my friend? Danny, what's going on? How are you? Jeff, what's up, brother? Hope everybody's doing well. Carlos, Shannon, man, we got our regulars here. You guys are like my regular studio audience. This is good stuff. What's up, Al? A huge week. You're totally right. Can't wait to get into it. What's up, Belinda? Victor, Double V in the house. What's up, my friend? How are you doing? Alicia, what's up? Alicia Byers-Brown just sounds like an author or something, doesn't it? The latest crime novel from Alicia Byers-Brown. It's good stuff. What's up, Bobby? How are you, my friend? The DOG is DOWNSTAIRS. It's fun to spell sometimes. And other times it's a lot of work. We've already got people talking about what's going on this week. We're going to get there. Whoa, what happened? What's up, my friend from Mississippi? Nisha, I don't want to mispronounce your name. Welcome to the show. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Man, Elvis is eating. Man, Elvis, did you bring any for everyone else? Elvis just had a breakfast burrito with beans, hash browns, green chili, and ham. Good God, Elvis. You know, I've been dieting since October, right? You got to throw all that up in my face. Everyone boo Elvis for not bringing enough for the crowd. You didn't bring enough for the rest of the kids, Elvis. Shame on you. So who else we're going to say hello to? Good God. What's up, Keith? Welcome back to the show. Lance, what's up? Everyone go check out the Dudes at Ringside Wrestling podcast on Twitch. Lance, I watched the stream back. I glitched the whole time. My sincere apologies. Evidently, we had a lot of going on in the network in my house that night. Next time I come on your show, if you have me on, I will reboot the modem first, and hopefully that will cause a better signal. My apologies, man. I was hoping that when we actually got running, everything was fine. You two guys were crystal clear, and I was all kinds of fuzzy, like I was coming to you from another planet. So, yeah, guys, go check out the Dudes at Ringside Wrestling podcast. There you go. Let's see. What else we got going on? Tony in Tennessee. Tony, I might be heading your way on vacation in a week or so. Look at this face, Tony. Here's why I make the face, Tony. Has nothing to do with your great state. It's the fact that my wife wants to put me in the middle of a tourist attraction at the tail end of a pandemic. Listen, there's plenty of people in North Carolina here who refuse to wear masks. And I'm sure there's twice as many in your great state who refuse to wear it. So I'm just, no disrespect to you and your state, though, my friend. Timothy, what's up, my friend? Yes, Sandy did have some pyro. Yes. Okay, kids, let's go ahead and jump on into this sucker. We got loads of stuff to talk about. And I know we don't want to lead the show with bad news, let's talk about some bad news. Where is it? Oh, I got, you know what? I've got that set as a ticker. Let's, bam, bam. There we is. Bam, there we is. WWE releases. If you've never followed WWE before, then you don't understand what happens immediately after WrestleMania. I don't know that we thought it was going to happen immediately this far after WrestleMania. However, it's happened. WWE has released more talents. This comes 1 year to the day after releasing 20 talents, and they cited financial hardship. I want to let that sink in for everybody. Financial hardship. WWE's never made more money as a company than they have made in the past 2 years. But financial hardship, kids. So here's the deal. You listen. All right. Let me get started. Oh, my head hurts. You listen, you can go to any dirt sheet you want. You can go to any website you want. You can listen to any podcast you want. You can watch any podcast you want. Thanks for watching this one. You can do all that stuff. You can debate with your friends. You can ask the opinions of guys online. You can send your well wishes to the talent. You can do whatever you want to do. But you keep something in mind right now. There's 36 of you. By the way, everybody hit that thumbs up and that heart button for me. Everybody, there's 36 of you. If y'all do it right now, bam, we're going to blow up Facebook. We're not really. But it would mean loads to me. It just tells me that you enjoy what I do. Super. Please and thank you. Thank you. All right. You can do all that stuff that you want, but keep something in mind for me right now. If you don't remember anything else I say in the course of the next hour, please remember this. No one knows what this is about unless you're backstage. I don't care who you listen to. I don't care. Well, here's my source told me this. You don't know anything. Guess what? Neither do I. Okay? So this automatically makes you think, well, then why am I watching this guy? I've never set myself up as an inside source. I've never set myself up as a guy who has inside sources. I don't do that. I'm an analyst. That's my job. I look at the information and I analyze it and I give you my somewhat educated opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. You can think that it's hokum, whatever you want to think. It's perfectly fine. Thank you, Will. I see happy birthday. Sandy talking about I look 25. God, Sandy, you're my favorite of all time. Yeah. Nisha has her opinion. You know what? Great. Have your opinion. Opinions are awesome. We all have them. I'm going to put that up because I love the way you said that. Absolutely have your opinion. It's totally fine. I get that. I'm just cautioning everyone here and everyone watching after the fact. Please, please, please. When someone says, here's what really happened, don't take that unless you hear it from the talent themselves. Please and thank you. Because no one really knows. And if they say they do, they're lying. Because they copied and pasted from someone else. No disrespect to any of my peers in the pro wrestling community. No disrespect meant. The guys who know their stuff, they know who the people I'm talking about right now. And that's the truth. So here we go. Yes, Shannon, absolutely. So, and Shane is bringing it up right now. Let's go ahead and talk about, because he's talking about, he's using the word iconic. Let's talk about this right now. Let's talk about the talent. At the top of the list is Samoa Joe, Mickie James, the Iconics, Chelsea Green, Kalisto, Bo Dallas, Tucker, Wesley Blake, and Mojo Rawley. Mojo doesn't get hyped. He stays hyped. Right off the bat, I will tell you that the release of Samoa Joe seems very, very odd to me. And a lot of you have been echoing that sentiment for the past 24 hours, and you should be. And it's surprising. Yes, Shannon, my dear, you are my second favorite for sure. I don't like to play favorites, kids. Sandy tells me I look young, so hence he's my favorite. But the rest of you are number two. So how about that? Yeah. So all right. We've all been echoing our issues with the Samoa Joe release. Here's what I'll say, and I made this comment yesterday to someone who messaged me on Twitter. At least Joe got a WrestleMania payoff. At least the Iconics got their payoff. And I know that's probably not much in the way of of closure for anyone. I get it, but hey, man, money's money, and the WrestleMania payoff is always a big deal. And plus, they threw Billie Kay in at the last minute, right? So they even had to include her. If they knew they were going to do this, and you would have to believe that maybe they knew on Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, you would have to believe that that's probably the case. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hello, Chris. How are you, my friend? Lots of people guessing about what's going to happen. What do we think is going to happen with Samoa Joe? Here's the thing about Joe. Don't nobody feel bad for Joe. Joe is living his dream and doing his thing and getting paid to be a professional wrestler, getting paid to work in the professional wrestling industry. And I know that sucks, as Sandy just said. That kind of stuff always sucks. What's up, Christopher Ray Patton? What's up, my friend? Thank you for hanging out, dude. Yeah, so I know it sucks that Joe got released. I totally get it. But listen, don't feel bad for Joe. Joe's a pro. And here's the deal. Within probably 0.3 minutes of the announcement that Joe was out, I guarantee you his phone started ringing. Well, I can't guarantee. I don't have Joe's phone, nor have I ghosted Joe's phone. I don't know. My guess would be that his phone started blowing up within 2 minutes. That's my guess. So don't feel bad for Joe. Joe will land on his feet. Mickie James, the wife of Nick Aldis. I would love to see Mickie in the NWA. I would love to see Mickie in AEW, obviously. We'll see if that happens. Mickie in Ring of Honor, I think, would make a fine addition to that women's division that's been struggling for a while. The Iconics, in my opinion, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay should stick together. I know they're BFFs in real life. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure. Chelsea Green never really got off the ground thanks to the injury she suffered in NXT. We'll see what happens. She, of course, is with Zack Ryder. Kalisto had all kinds of work in WWE. Cannot be upset with his resume that he had in that company. He was featured prominently on TV on a regular basis. Good for him. Bo Dallas was not doing anything since the dissolution of his tag team with Curtis Axel. I'm not sure where he'll go from here. Tucker, who apparently on social media is trying to think of his real name. It was something. It was a cool name. How about that? And I can't remember what his real name is, but it was actually a name that would really work. Do you know what I mean? If he just uses his real name, because it just has kind of a ring to it. Let's see. I'm going to look it up. La, 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 la. Levi Cooper is Tucker's real name. Levi Cooper's not a bad name. Not a bad wrestling name, if I'm being honest with you. We'll see what happens. Wesley Blake with Forgotten Sons, of course. I think Wesley's in great shape, and he's good talent in the ring. I think he'll be fine. Mojo, for all that silly getting hype stuff that they were giving him to do in that company, he really does have a ton of energy, and that really comes from a place of reality for him. So we'll see. It's going to be something to see where all these talents end up. Who was it just said that Mojo to the Dark Order? Danny says Mojo to the Dark. You know what? I'm okay with that. I think he'd fit in just fine. Mojo's kind of a tongue-in-cheek gimmick anyway, isn't he? I'd be perfectly fine with that. Miss Lopez is here in the chat. Everyone tell Miss Lopez, good morning. Chelsea Green should go to Impact. Well, there you go. Zach's there, so why not? Matt Cardona. So there you go, kids. Everyone's asking who's been released. It's on the screen right now. Jamel with an excellent question. Is there a no-compete clause? I don't know for sure. My guess is yes. Now, I can't say that 100%. You would think with someone like Chelsea and Bo, maybe not, but that's just a guess. I don't know. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. If in years past, we have seen many, many, many times before, when it comes to no-compete clauses, we're typically talking about 90 days. So 3 months from now, if all these folks have no-compete clauses, and Chris just said it, a 9-day confirmed by Joe. Chris, I get it, man, but remember, pro wrestlers work the crap out of you. It's kind of what they do. I'm not saying that he's working anybody, but I would not be surprised in the slightest. Shane says, could HVW be interested? Where do you go? The chats are good. They fly through here. Sure, we'll take him. He's probably too expensive for us. By the way, kids, if you are in the Carolinas, and even if you're not, we're going to live stream the show. Saturday, June 5th, HVW Proving Ground, live from Hendersonville, North Carolina. Check out High Velocity Wrestling on the Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Twitch. Please and thank you. Mean loads to me. I'm the social media director for the company. So there you go. Jim, believe it or not, I have yet to catch the entire, I've seen snippets of it, but I have been very busy all week. I've not seen the entire interview of Chris Jericho on the Broken Skull Ranch. So there you go. Yeah, man. So we'll see. Please, everybody, I'm going to ask you again to hit the heart and the thumbs up button on this sucker. If you would, it would mean loads to me. I don't get any cash from it or anything like that, so don't be thinking that. But it would be nice. It's a nice gesture. So there you go. All of my podcasts are free, by the way. All you need is internet. That's it. Free. We have this. This is the flagship show for the Boink Studios production company here. The second show is Tom Clark's 6M podcast. We cover movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Shameless plug time. There you go. So here we go. Timothy says, I'm surprised Tom Clark, favorite guy, Slapjack, did not get released. Well, here's the thing. When you got a name like Slapjack. I mean, it does look like the retribution thing has hit a wall and is over. It's okay with me because I didn't enjoy it to begin with because
hot
garbage all the way around, kids. Big steaming plates of it. So there you go. Yeah, I wasn't down with it to begin with. I think we all know that for sure. Sugar Shane with a interesting tidbit that I saw this first thing this morning. The new voice of SmackDown. So here's my deal. I want everyone to pull close to your mic, or excuse me, to your headphones and listen close. Pull close to the speaker. You ready? They got room for Pat McAfee, but not Samoa Joe. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tom, it's not the same thing. There's two different circumstances, and I totally get it. But on the surface of it, you know what it looks like to me? They got room for Pat McAfee, but not Samoa Joe. Joe's made it known that he wants to get back in the ring. This could be a Randy Savage type situation, you know, where they had Savage on the commentary and they want him to be a commentator. And he's like, yeah, but I want to get back in the ring. Yeah. Don't everyone bag on that. Everyone's got a Savage impression. You do too. Shut up. So if that's the case, then yeah, I can see where he's coming from, that he would want to get out. And maybe it's a deal where he kind of made it known, this is not what I want. So there you go. Ray is late. Ray's late. Everyone boo Ray for being late. Ray, shame on you. Shame him. I love throwing out commands and everyone kind of does it. It like makes me smile, makes me happy. Juan says, Juan, thank you for commenting. Sorry I haven't answered you. Is the crowd coming back to WWE or just for us? Dude, I would hope they would start letting them in little by little by little. They could. You know, the thing about AEW is they got outdoor and stuff. WWE doesn't do the outdoor thing. So, yeah, we'll see. Jordy, I don't want to mispronounce your name, my friend. Sad to see a great talent like Samoa Joe release, whether a broadcast wrestler bring. Yeah, he'll land on his feet, my friend. That's what we've kind of been saying here. Shannon says Roddy Strong to the main roster. I think he would do well on the main roster. I honestly think he would do fine. My only issue with Roddy is that in terms of charisma and personality, he doesn't have an abundance, and that's no disrespect meant. If you put him up against, you know, Cole, obviously it's two different guys. You know what I mean? And maybe that's not fair to Roddy at all. Roddy's very good in the ring. I think his main event career would be just fine, or his main roster. Maybe I'm wrong, dead wrong, and they'll drop him like a hot potato, as they tend to do a lot of the NXT guys, and screw them all up. We'll see. But what's up, Tim? Welcome back to the show, my friend. So, yeah, we'll see. Chris says, why not at least convince Joe? Oh, where'd you go? Vince to do a lose-leaves town match, assuming he was cleared by a bunch of doctors. Well, we don't know. We don't know if he was cleared or not. I haven't looked into it. Maybe he was. I would suspect he has been, but I don't know. There's one thing about, I'm going to go to my doctor to get cleared. And there's another thing about what the WWE physicians are saying. That's what kept, to your point, that's what kept Braun out of the ring for a good long time. They could not come to the same agreement, get on the same page. Nisha says, I'm betting can't get them. Well, you could very well be right. Maybe not. Yeah, Danny says, I want to see the Messiah, the backbreaker. Oh, man, just imagine Seth versus Roddy. We've seen that match before in Ring of Honor, right? But, man, they would have fun feud, that's for sure. Should Mickie James go to NWA? Also, Cole should go to the main roster. Dude, Ray, we've talked about the Cole thing. I don't want to see him lose his way on the main roster, dude. I just don't. I think he could do anything he wants to do because he's that good, but I don't know how I feel about it. What's up, Jeffrey? Welcome back to the show. All right, kids, let's move on from this if you want. Let's talk about, listen, the bulk of this show today is going to be about WrestleMania results, okay? We're not going to get too deep in the weeds on NXT or Impact or Impact. Well, yeah, and Dynamite and everything. Although we'll talk about ratings. We will talk about ratings. Because they're interesting. First, let's cover the WrestleMania 37 review. Ready? Night one, baby. By the way, if you missed the preview show last week, you missed a good one. You saw the 4 horsemen of the main event. It was fun. It was me, Phil, Troy, and James Luft. It was a fun show. Good stuff. Last weekend, last Saturday, the show kicked off. Bobby Lashley retained the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. How many people thought that was... Wait a minute. Drew didn't win? Did Drew just lose? Yikes. We all thought, everyone that I talked to said, Tom, they want him to have this platform. Are you kidding me? He's going to have this. I don't know what voice I'm doing. He's going to have this platform. They want Drew to win the title on the main event stage of WrestleMania in front of fans, pal. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. And guess what? Didn't happen. But guess what else? I didn't care. I was okay with it. I was surprised. Everybody's saying the same thing. Night one was better than night two. I totally agree, by the way. I didn't get anyone's opinion on that. Yeah. Oh, Shane, I did not see the Omega Swan press conference. I need to go check that out. Thank you for reminding me about that. So, yeah, I don't, I do think that night one was better, far better than night two. And there's a huge reason why, and we'll get there. This was a solid match. No, Jeffrey, I'm not mad at all about Lashley winning. I didn't have a favorite going in. I was perfectly fine. It was really good. Really good match. They have charisma. They had charisma back in TNA against each other. So I'm perfectly fine with Impact, whatever. Perfectly fine with Lashley going over. I still think they're setting up for Lashley versus Lesnar at some point. I still believe that. Night one also, Natty and Tamina won the tag team turmoil match. They defeated for last the Riot Squad, which was surprising and not surprising all at the same time. I think we all kind of hoped the Riot Squad was going to go over. Cesaro defeated Seth Rollins in a really well fought match. What did you guys think about this being Cesaro's coming out party as a potential main event guy? I thought he did excellent, and I thought that he and Seth have great chemistry, and I thought the match came off without a hitch. I was really happy with it. What did you guys think about this match? I think everyone kind of has the same opinion when it comes to Cesaro. They have a high opinion of him. They think a lot of him as a person and as a talent, and they've always believed that he's never gotten what he needs or deserves to get in the ring on the roster. So hopefully this means that we're moving in a step in the right direction. We shall see what happens. So yeah, I was hopeful. Okay. So Tommy hits me with this. Well, he's actually talking to Jim, I think. The thing with AW New Japan or Impact, they're all doing crossovers with each other. So really, Joe, no matter where he signed, good point, dude. Very good point. Excellent point. Cesaro should win the Royal Rumble next year. Write it down. Well, next year's next year, Elvis. Let's go ahead and get this guy rolling now. Chris says, bold prediction. Lesnar takes down Lashley for the title with Paul in his corner, and then Paul's in a cog between Tyler versus. Yeah, if they're doing anything, Chris, I think they're leading the title versus title, which I don't care to see. I think I've had my fill of Lesnar versus Roman. I've not had my fill of Lesnar versus Roman as the heel. That would be different, but I still don't think I want to see these two guys go out again. I think they've told enough stories. I think they've told all their stories. Now, WWE would probably disagree with that, but we'll see. Dennis says, I thought Seth was great. He was pulling out some new moves that were awesome. Still happy for Cesaro. Yeah. It was a good match, Chris. To your point, it was an excellent match. I enjoyed it as well. AJ Styles. By the way, this was my kid's shirt, but since I've lost all this weight, I'm fitting into my kid shirts now. Don't anybody think that's a great accomplishment. My kid wears a men's large. I was wearing an XL. Now I'm down to large. So I'll take it. Borderline medium. That's good too. Yes. AJ Styles and Omos or Omos. I don't know. Defeated the New Day. Omos was presented as a babyface in this match. He even took a hot tag. And Omos came in and clean house from a hot tag. The baby faces who you're supposed to love were bouncing off of him. I said last week on this very show, pal, last week, that what I was looking at was the fact that the New Day were more than likely going to make this guy, shine him up, and make him look like gold. I was 100% right. I'm not right about everything. I was right about that. They made him look like $1 million, okay? And they should have. That was their job. But at the same time, did they do it at the expense of themselves as a tag team? I mean, it depends on your point of view. Omos maybe has something. Does he have something besides size? Does he have something besides power and strength? Did he have something besides freakish raw athleticism? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. I'm not really sure. Let's be honest here, dude. Right now, we don't know anything about him. Oh, Lance, we're going to get to Bunny. I promise you. We're on the way. Yeah, Danny says looking like a giant should look. Yeah, you're right, Danny. To your point, this is how they should book all their big guys. Now, to be fair, they don't have anybody as big as this guy right now. There's that Indian star, and I can't remember his name now. But man, yeah, that dude, if he gets it together, man, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Marcus says, you think Alexa Bliss is going to bring in a new Fiend? Oh, dude, that's pretty creative. I wouldn't do it, but that's pretty creative. Like a phony Kane. Hey, guess what? Bray's already been going down that road of Kane versus / Undertaker kind of vibes for years. So if they did a phony Fiend, you could put anyone in that gear. As long as he was like the same body type, you're hiding behind a mask anyway. All they have to do is mimic Bray's moves and mannerisms. It'd be fine. I freaking love that, Marcus. Gold star for you, my friend. Well done. Yikes. I love that, actually. Dude, I freaking love that. I mean, it continues the thing. It gives Bray someone new to work. Maybe we're talking about Bray as a face. Yeah, it's hard, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Steven says Omos paid tribute to DMX in his entrance. Did I miss that? I don't think I did. Maybe yeah. God, why am I fuzzy on that? Remind me what he did. Yeah, everyone talking about Mandy. She's fine. It's perfectly fine. She slipped. It was wet. It rained. How about that freaking oh, there you go. Threw up the X. Nice. Yeah, so how about that huge massive rain delay, man? Was that something or what? Braun Strowman defeated Shane McMahon, a match that everybody watching this show, everybody on this show assumed was going to be
hot garbage.
It wasn't bad. It was as good as any match involving Vince's son could be. So there you go. Danny says that AJ comes out to DMX's. That's not DMX on that song, man. That's not DMX on that song. That's a rapper that I don't know who the rapper is, but that's not DMX. So, yeah. Be great if they would just use licensed music more in that company, I think. But, it is what it is. Chris says Taker not Mania immediately causes a rain delay. That's pretty funny. I dig that. That's funny. That is not DMX. Dude, that is... Is that DMX doing AJ? Come on now. Come on. Because if it is, that's the first I've ever heard of it. Help me out here. Is he right? It's not DMX. No, it's the guys at CFO. No, it's not the same thing. They did not sample Ain't No Sunshine. It's similar, but it's not the thing. I knew that wasn't the thing. Yeah, I know DMX, man. If you know DMX, you know that voice and you know that the theme and everything and the harmony, the music and all that. Come on now. Let's see. We're getting there, kids. Let's see. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest defeated The Miz and John Morrison. All right. So who said last week that Bad Bunny would be ready? I'm listening. I did. Now, did I say he was going to have a 5-star match? No. I just said he would be ready. He'd probably look pretty good. I was right. However, did he look too good? I mean, you could split hairs and say it was too choreographed. I don't care. You could say that about a lot of wrestling today in AEW, if I'm being honest, how they stand there and wait for each other and they do lucha pass, which I freaking hate with every fiber of my being because it's all rehearsed and it's all known ahead of time. I get it. But you know what? I was totally fine with this. This guy moved to Florida to be near the PC. He was ready. He trained. He's getting mad respect from the boys in the back. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? I thought it was good. I thought it was just fine. So there you go. So I enjoyed it. Now let's talk about the match that we all want to be talking about. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Bel Air on night 1. I have a confession to make. I want everybody to listen close. DMX did not do a song for AJ, Steven. Brother, DMX has not, to my knowledge, done a song for anyone. AJ might have used a song by DMX on the Indies somewhere, but when you tell me that DMX did a song, no, he didn't, that I know of. I don't want to argue with you. I'm just saying if that had happened, I think we all would have known that. We all would have known that. Thank you, Shannon. The Canadian Destroyer was hot fire. You're sure. Or is that fire? You don't mean hot garbage, do you? Please tell me you don't mean hot garbage. Everybody say hello to Tina Miller. This is Tina. Tina, these are the kids. Everyone say hello to Tina. Tina is the co-host of Peaches and Power Bombs. I have no issue plugging someone else's podcast if it's good, which is what I do. Go check out Peaches and Power Bombs. I was a guest on their debut episode. An honor to be there. I'm going to be a guest again as we record later today. Please go check out Peaches and Power Bombs. Tina's co-host is Sarah Hirsch. Sarah lost her father this week. So everyone, please send up your thoughts, your condolences, your well wishes, and good vibes Sarah's way, please and thank you. Her family could really use them. And if you'll check out our Facebook page, they're taking donations from the family. If you can make that happen, if you have the means to do so, I'm sure they would accept whatever you could send in lieu of any sort of flowers or anything like that. I know you guys don't know her, but she's local. Both these girls are in Georgia, local to me anyway. So if anyone can do anything, it'd be much appreciated. And again, I'm not hawking for anybody, and please don't want anyone to think of it that way. But if you don't do anything else, go subscribe to their podcast, man. They're on YouTube right now, and I'm sure they're on several other platforms. Peaches and Power Bombs. So if any ladies in the chat today, and Tina, we got bunches of ladies that tune into the main event every week. This is 2 ladies hosting a pro wrestling show, Shannon. Go check it out. Peaches and Power Bombs. Trust me, you'll dig it. There you go. James says, when can you see Sasha Banks getting a rematch for the women's championship? I don't know if I do it anytime soon, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not sure if I do it anytime soon. Let's talk about the match. I have a confession to make. Get ready. I wasn't Bianca Belair's biggest fan going into WrestleMania. It didn't mean I didn't like her. It didn't mean I didn't think she was competent in the ring. The gimmick throws me sometimes. I'm not a major fan of the gimmick. It's just weird for such a conceited, arrogant gimmick to be a babyface. I say that, but then we had The Rock and we had the Heartbreak Kid. I get it. But it's just, even then, I wasn't a huge fan of the idea. But I never held any of that against her personally. Never. I enjoy her work in the ring. Dude, last week she made me a believer. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. It's the truth. Dude, gorilla pressed Sasha up the stairs into the ring. Shut up. Are you kidding me right now? That was well worth the price of admission right there, kids. If you didn't take anything else away from that match, you say, oh my God, this chick is strong as crap. So, yeah, dude, it was fun to watch. Very fun match and excellent. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If anyone could ever dissect the match and pick it apart and go, it's your boy. All right. I couldn't do it in this match. I don't use the word perfect for wrestling matches too often, kids. If you ever watched the show for any amount of time, you freaking know this. This was as close to perfect as I've seen a pro wrestling match in a long time. It was that good. And I'm not even making that stuff up, dude. It was excellent. Well done. Well done. Great stuff. Yeah, that hair whip, making that, cutting her. Are you kidding me? Shut up. Chris, giving some props to P&P here. Love the name. Love to do something with you guys. Wrestling Geeks Alliance. Looking forward to Peaches and Power Bombs. There you go. You got Chris's vote of confidence there, Tina. Yeah, you guys connect. You guys connect, man. You guys talk it out. The best thing about the whole podcast deal, man, is that we all get a chance to hang out. We all get a chance to sort of show some love and to share our passion for the business, whether it's wrestling or whatever it is you're into. And you know what? It's all about putting your voice in the world. It's not about getting stinking rich. It's not about, getting a Hall of Fame somewhere or getting known throughout the world. It's about making connections, which is what we do. Randy, everyone go check out Randy and Lance's podcast, another show I'll plug, the Dudes at Ringside Wrestling Podcast, which I can never seem to get out. Go check it out, man. You guys will dig it. Trust me. So, yeah, man, it was, someone just talked about the hair. Danny says the hair is loaded. Yes, it's like Thunderfoot, right? In the NWA, they got to check the boot because he'd load the boot like Bianca loads the hair. That's great stuff, man. That's a callback, right? That's a deep cut. That's good stuff. Sandy says, Tom, I always acknowledge you as your number one fan from Germany. My number one fan from Germany, for sure. Dane from the from the podcast. Oh my God, Dane, I just blanked on you. Yeah, the Geeks, was it Wrestling Geeks Alliance? There you go. I'm seeing your comment. So I got lots of stuff to talk about here. Shannon, there you is, says Tyson Kidd produced the Sasha and Bianca match. Awesome. I was not aware of that. That's good stuff. So yeah, there's your night one, kids, of the WrestleMania. Let's talk about the night two. The kickoff match, Randy Orton defeated the Fiend when the black goo made an appearance. Just when you thought the black goo was over, it's not over. It'll never be over in more ways than one. I don't. I think you guys know where I stand on this. I'm not a fan of this. I like all three people involved in this angle. I don't care for this angle. I was hoping this was going to wrap it up, and I think it's wrapped up, Orton and the Fiend. I think we took it home, and that's fine. But now we're going off in a different direction with Bray and Alexa, and I don't really know where it is, and I don't know that I care. Someone just mentioned the button. People mentioned the button. You mentioned the button to me. Guess what happens?
Hot garbage.
I press the button because I'm a button presser. I'm a mad button presser. Yeah, I don't know. Again, kids, not for me. I don't care about this thing at all. I tell you who I do care about. Where is he?
Cameron Grimes.
Throw Cameron Grimes in this angle. Oh my God, Cameron Grimes versus the Fiend. I just struck comedy gold here, Jack. Cameron Grimes versus the Fiend. Did you see that, man? He's got something going on, man. That guy ain't right. Are you kidding me? If he ran from Dexter Lumis, Cameron Grimes would be hiding in a trash can to try to get away from the Fiend. Oh my God, I suddenly want this to happen. Cameron Grimes versus the Fiend. Shut up. Are you kidding me? I don't know much about this Fiend, man. But I'll tell you what, if he don't like it, you can kiss my grin. Good God, I want this to happen now. It's not going to. Cameron Grimes will work on the main roster. Do you want to know why? Because Cameron's a personality. Cameron is a Santino. Cameron is a Eugene. Cameron is a boogeyman. And here's what I mean by that. Cameron's in his own little world. Cameron's a gold dust. Okay? Cameron's in his own little world. His gimmick doesn't have anything to do with anything else going on. His existence is independent of everything else going on. When you're a guy like Seth and you're the Messiah, whatever, and you're the best, your level depends on who else is on the show with you. Why? Because other people are claiming to be the best. You see what I'm saying? If your gimmick is the tribal chief, I'm the head of the table, I'm the guy in charge, that will be threatened by a guy who says, nuh-uh, I'm the guy in charge. You see what I'm saying? For a guy like Goldust, it's independent of everyone else. He's in his own little world. He's acting independently. That's Cameron Grimes. So I think Cameron's main roster run is going to be, I stole that from Kevin Smith's podcast, Jeff's Kiss. That's a wink and a nod to Kevin Smith. Anyways, I think it would be freaking awesome. I think he'll be fine. I think of all the, this is the truth. I think of all the talents on the NXT right now, the guy that'll have the least amount of problem transitioning over is Cameron Grimes. Because Cameron Grimes doesn't have to win a match. Bray Wyatt, his gimmick is independent of everyone else on the roster. Cameron doesn't have to win a match. Now, if he doesn't, all of you guys are going to say, they're not using him right, pal. It doesn't matter. Wins and losses don't matter half as much as we always make them out to do. And that's the truth. He would be great on the main roster. Good God, I want this to happen now. Are you kidding me? Welcome to the Cameron Grimes Hour here on the main event. Chris says, Hurricane Helms, who outsold The Rock and merch. Yeah, excellent point. Hurricane, all in his own head. It's in his head. That's perfect. Lance, I don't hate your idea, brother, about Bray starting a new Wyatt family. I would think maybe they wouldn't go that route because of Brody. I think out of respect to Brody, you don't go down that road. I don't hate your idea because they could totally do it and probably pull it off. But I don't think you go there. And if you did, I don't think you call it the Wyatt family. I think you call it something else. Call it the circus. Call it Bray's circus, that kind of thing. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Oh, Earl, we kicked the show off with the releases, my friend. When you get a chance, go back and watch the replay. So, yeah. Shannon pointing out the yeah from Bray. I was hoping this. I remember I said last week it would be nice if someone paid tribute to him. So, yeah, that's good stuff. All right, let's move on with the rest of this show here, kids. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeated Natalya and Tamina to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, which I didn't care for at all. I just didn't care about this too much. It got props online from people who were saying that it was pretty smash mouth. I'm not saying I disagree with the work in the ring. You guys just know I'm not really high on some of the participants, one in particular. But hey, she didn't kill anyone. She didn't hurt anybody that we know of, so that turned out fine. Kevin Owens defeated Sami Zayn in a match I like to refer to as, oh God, he's killed him. Because that's how they work. That's how they work. That's the truth. That's how they work, man. It's all good. You know, at the end of the day, and we said as much last week, at the end of the day, what this all amounts to is that Kevin and Sami are best friends. They've got a huge history together, known each other for probably 20 plus years, whatever it's been. They trust each other. They can work each other and anytime they want to, and it'll always work. It'll always be money. And they're very good at what they're doing. And, you know, my apologies. I'm doing something here. Don't nobody go nowhere. La, la, la. This moment of silence brought to you by Tom Clark's Main Event. All right. Sorry. I told you I multitask all the time through the show. So yeah, man, again, they could work each other all the time. I didn't care for Logan Paul being included, and I sure didn't want him to take a stunner because that just gives him more fodder for his idiot fans. I mean, his fans on YouTube. Shade! Throwing it everywhere. It's all right. Sheamus defeated Riddle. Sheamus is your new United States champion. I think I may have called that, actually. I thought that he was going to win the championship. How do we feel about that? What'd you guys think? It was, I thought it was a good match. I always enjoy Sheamus's work, if I'm being honest with you. I always have. Victor says, what if Bray's new character is a TV evangelist and he's here to save Alexa Bliss? Ooh, that's kind of different. Do me a favor, friends. Put your hand on the TV. Let the spirit guide you. Is that too much like Brother Love, though, you think? So, yeah, there you go. I don't know, dude. See, Sandy says Sheamus needs to win the IC championship to become a Grand Slam champion. I thought he's held the Intercontinental title, hasn't he? Shannon says, I'm fine with Sheamus winning. I am too. As you guys know before, I've said multiple times in the past, Riddle's gimmick just doesn't do much for me, especially now they've made him, as Ray is saying, the stoner too much, not a fan. Yeah, I get it. Jim says, should have kept the belt longer as Riddle and dropped the scooter. Don't drop the belt, drop the scooter, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty freaking ridiculous. Apollo Crews defeated Big E in a Nigerian drum fight, which is a nice way of saying, why are there gimmicks outside the ring? This is dumb. The fact that he had help with this, and it's perfectly fine. Because to be honest with you, it gets, what did they call him in Retribution? Dabba-Kato was also, God, what was his name in Retribution? Mace? Was it Mace? Was he Mace? I cannot believe a grown man is sitting here talking about, was he Mace or was he the Slapjack or was he the T-Bar? Jeez, God bless it. Stupid freaking nonsense. Chris said Sheamus had awkward spots in the match, apron on the white noise off the turnbuckle. Also, that boot was really laid in. That being said, I liked him winning the match. Yeah, I enjoyed him going over as well. I thought it was, yeah. Tina says WrestleMania storyline broke my scooter. Yeah. She hated on this during the whole show. Tina did. No, I get you. It was all kinds of ridiculous. All kinds of ridiculous. Are they different, Lance? I thought that Dabba-Kato is Mace. Yeah. Sandy, well done. Dio Madden, my apologies. You're totally right. Totally right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you much. Thank you, everybody, for setting the man straight. It's all good. All right. So the rest of this card, let's wrap this sucker up. And by the way, I'm glad for Apollo. As we said last week, kids, this was a weird one because you don't want to hurt Big E, but you also can't hurt Apollo because you gave him this new gimmick and you're going to do something with him. I'm totally fine with the way this ended up. I like him having muscle. And now this Dabba-Kato would be part of his new group here. And you know what? I'm totally fine with it. Give it to me all day. I think it'll be good. Honestly, I think it'll be better than what we all expect. Rhea Ripley is the new WWE Raw Women's Champion after defeating Asuka. Was this match everything you thought it would be? I'm going to ask you, you podcast guys in the chat today who did your own separate prediction shows and whatnot, and have probably done your own separate review shows by now. Was this match everything that you thought it was going to be and more? Because I got opinions. I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was a bad match by any degree. If I tell you I loved it, I didn't really love it. I thought I would. I didn't really love it, if I'm being straight with you. I liked that Rhea won. But I that's kind of all I got for you. It's kind of all I got for you. Dane says it was fine. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, good match, but no story. You're right. That hurt it going in for sure. Definitely hurt going in. Lance says not the best match. Yeah, I can see. Shannon says they have no chemistry together. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, I could see that. Dan says good match, but didn't blow the roof off. Yeah, I agree with that too. And I think maybe it should have. But listen, they were competing against Sasha and Bianca from the night before, so that was tough. Danny says the War Machine or the War Raiders, the Vikings raid, Viking War, Minnesota Vikings. I don't know. I love those guys. The tag team division is missing as long as they're not doing comedy. That's what I think. Chris says it was a good match on a bad show with no story, and Rhea isn't really a heel as we saw on Monday. Yeah, she's not. She's really not a heel. I agree with you 100%. This show winds up with Roman, your tribal chief, as Paul Heyman would say. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Defeating Edge and Daniel Bryan to retain the WWE Universal Championship. The Universal Championship highlights WrestleMania this year. There you go. So what did you guys think overall of the WrestleMania? I think everyone's kind of hit me with the same idea, the same notion, same opinion, same thing, is that night one was much better than night two. So yeah, I honestly, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think that night one was much better than night two. So there we go. Let's see. Reggie said it'd be a triple threat match for Women's Championship. I'm going with Charlotte. You're betting on black with that, and you're probably going to end up winning. Lance says this was the match of the night. It was a very good match. To Lance's point, was this the match of the night? Did you guys think that this was the best match on the card? Elvis said you forgot to talk about Bayley getting assaulted. Assaulted, there it is, by the Bellas. It felt really weird, didn't it? Because listen, if you put the Bellas up next to Bayley right now in 2021, Bayley's going to get the pop, not the Bellas. Listen, this is going to sound like throwing shade, and I don't mean it to. I was never a fan of Nikki and Brie when they were there. I'm not a fan now. Notice I didn't say I hate their guts. Notice I didn't say they're wretched human beings. I don't know them as human beings, okay? They're probably a credit to their race and to their species. God, that sounds condescending. I don't mean it to. They're probably just fine. And they're probably very sweet and very polite and very nice. I never cared for the gimmick. I never cared for the twin magic. I never cared for the booty shorts and all that. I didn't care for any of it. I didn't care for the stuff with John. I didn't care for any of it. I just didn't care. If I'm being straight with you, I just didn't. Whenever they were on my TV, I could turn it. And I know that sounds like I'm throwing shade. I will give credit where credit's due. They both got exceptionally better in the ring. They really, really did get better in the ring. And I will give credit where credit's due all day long. It's no disrespect to them. They got to the business on their road to getting famous. They got what they wanted, and now they've moved on with their lives. And it's perfectly fine. If The Rock did it, if that's what you want to do, and there's no shade at The Rock. I'm a pro wrestling guy. And I can see when the time comes, if you think it's your time and you want to move on and save your body and move on to another career, hey, go with God. You won't catch any flack from me. And you'll get a lot of other people that'll call you names and all this other stuff. They'll call you a quieter on Twitter because they can't spell the word quitter. And it's perfectly fine. I don't care. And those people can be jerks all day long. And the talent knows that they're jerks. They know the deal. I won't be one of those jerks, okay? You're not going to affect my existence at all. Having said all that, just because I don't like your gimmick, just because I don't like someone as a performer doesn't mean I probably wouldn't care for them personally. That's just my take. Christopher's mentioned the word divas. I hated the whole diva concept. I couldn't stand it. Dane says I like the shorts. You know what I mean. I'm a married man, Dane. I can't be thinking that stuff. So there you go. I did hear that Matt and Jeff's dad passed away, Elvis. All the best to them. Condolences to the family, for sure. Lance said they made Bayley look like a geek. I completely agree with that. Earl says, am I going to Tejas for WrestleMania 38? I'm guessing no. Although I'll say a close friend of mine lived in Houston for a time, and he might be antsy to go next year. But I mean, brother, he would be my way to go because that's a long haul, and I definitely wouldn't want to go just alone. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Let's talk about a few more things here before we take it home, kids. Let's talk about ratings, because this is some big, big stuff, baby. First of all, let's talk about the go-home shows. The go home show for wrong graphic. I just gave it away. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more. The go home SmackDown was 2.25 million, up from the previous week's 2.13. Raw up substantially to over 2 million. A lot of people watch the Raw after Mania. We'll see what happens next week, right? Let's get to the real ratings here, kids. Check these out. If you haven't seen these, now it's time to look at them. Look at them all day and marvel at them. What did we say last week? What did I say last week? What did I say every week leading up to last week? What did I say? We would not get an accurate gauge. We wouldn't get a true look of what the ratings can be until these shows are split up. Look what we're looking at. Digest that. Digest that. Dude, AEW last week, this past Wednesday, was not far off the lowest rated Raw show. Think about that. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tom? Good God, Tom. Tom, are you listening? You can't take 1 week and say it's going to be the gauge moving forward. And guess what? You're totally right. I won't argue the point. You're totally right. 1 week doesn't mean anything at all. It means nothing. You know what it means? Zero, baby. Nothing. However, if they break 1 million next week and the week after, and then dip to 994 and then break 1 million again, I think we're going to see where AEW is going to settle in at. Sandy, you're right. I want them all to succeed. Yes, Shan, I want both shows to succeed. Here's why it's important that AEW succeeds. NXT is a brand. NXT's already succeeding. NXT's already bankrolled. NXT's already got money for years because it's WWE. AEW is not guaranteed a thing. Okay? The reason why Dynamite needs to be successful and the ratings get higher and higher and higher, the more successful that company is, the more of a viable option it is for any talent working in any other company right now. And options are good. Options are needed and options are necessary for the talent to continue to thrive and earn their living in this industry. That's why it's important. I'm not suggesting it's important that AEW does better. I'm saying it's important that AEW breaks 1 million and stays there. And that's how I feel. It's important. NXT's already set. Whatever they want, they got it. Whatever they need, they got it. They could put Roman on NXT next week and spike a massive rating anytime they want. AEW is still fighting for a foothold. See what I mean? It's important that they continue getting better. Because if they don't, everybody listen, if AEW falls on its face in the next couple of years and that company goes away, that's a bad thing for the pro wrestling business. I don't care how you cut it. I don't care who your favorites are. I don't care if you're a WWE for life. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. You should want this company to do well. Is it your brand of wrestling? Maybe not. Is it mine all the time? No, it's not. However, I want them to continue to get better. It's important for business. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. Chris has lots of rumors of ROH going national and having actual TV. That will be interesting. At the end of the day, it's more wrestling for me as a fan and more places to work. Absolutely. Everybody, Nate Dogg in the house. Say hello to Nate Dogg. AEW must succeed in order to provide the biggest possible platform for the emotional reunion of the Iconics. Nathan's only here for one thing. Iconic. I'm not doing a pose. Shut up. You had me. You baited me in with that crap and you got me to the last bit. Nate is a dog after all. Nathan, you dog, you. That's good stuff. Lance says more companies means more work for more rest. Yeah, you know, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Nate says, I will never forgive. I will never forget. They don't have to be called the Iconics, Sandy. They can do whatever. They can do whatever. It doesn't matter. They can make a play on words. They can make it close. You know what I mean? Cherie says, my daughter told me I couldn't go do anything on my birthday on 5/5 because of the blood match on AEW. Well, there you go. Make the kids happy. That's good stuff, man. Miss Lopez says, I'm happy we can watch wrestling every day. Oh my God, you're right, Miss Lopez. Everyone give Miss Lopez a gold star too. Every day. If you have a pay-per-view on Sunday, you got Raw on Monday, NXT Tuesday, Dynamite Wednesday, Impact Thursday, SmackDown Friday. If you have New Japan on Saturday, bam. Good stuff, baby. Good stuff. Raymond says, where do you think Joe's going? Oh my God. You know what this means? It's the open floor. Did this hour fly by? Time flies when you're talking about wrestling. That's not a phrase. I'm hearing chats about Evilise. Man, what a loss for them. Evilise is very good. Evilise is exceptionally good. Very good. Man, I got to go watch that Stone Cold thing with Jericho, dude. I cannot believe I've not watched that yet. Sugar Shane says TJ Boss is winning the HVW top proving ground. It is open floor. I talk about what I want to. It's my show. Shut up. High Velocity Wrestling Proving Ground coming to you June 5th. If you can't be there in person in Hendersonville, Fletcher, North Carolina, we will stream the show live. You can watch. Stay up to date. I will tell all of you about it. Cherie, I've not got to check out Frankie Monet yet. I don't like the name. It's wretched. That name. Wretched. Wretched is that name, I say. There's the button.
Hot garbage.
There you go. Yeah. So Ray says DMX or Ice Cube, and if you had a barbecue and Adam Cole was invited, can I come? DMX, and if I had a barbecue and Adam Cole was invited, I don't know that it would be my barbecue. Because I don't know if he'd take the time. But yes, Ray, I would invite you. Why? God, I love that button. Makes you feel like you're in a crowd, doesn't it? No? Okay.
What?
I love that one too.
What?
I'm just going to randomly hit that.
What?
We're at the end of the show.
What?
I said we're at the end of the show.
What?
We've come up on the hour, kids. We're almost ready to take it home.
What?
Oh my God, that's so fun. I cannot get over how freaking fun that is. That is insanely fun. That might be my favorite button. I'm going to be straight with you. Welcome to another edition of Tom Clark Plays the Buttons. I need credits. You know what I mean? I need an overlay of credits rolling. Hosted by Tom Clark, produced and directed by Tom Clark, written by Tom Clark. Grip, Tom Clark. Associate producer, Tom Clark. It's good stuff, baby.
What?
I'm just saying. Sugar Shane says, what from a wrestler would have fit in the Four Horsemen? Terry Taylor would have been a great pick. We play the Four Horsemen game all the time as wrestling fans, don't we? An old Four Horsemen, a new Four Horsemen. Yeah, dude, that's fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yeah, I don't like Adam Cole's new music either. Sandy says you can do credits. You hear the bird? I'm at the end of a cul-de-sac. I got to soundproof this window, which means to say brick it up. Brick and mortar. Yeah, dude. I got to do something because it's insane. It's freaking awful. Sandy says, what's your match of the weekend? I got to go with Sasha and Bianca. I thought they absolutely killed it. I thought that they, despite the fact it was a women's pro wrestling match. I don't care about that. I mean, I do, but the fact it was two African-American women, awesome. I'm not the right guy to speak on this. I'm the white dude, but it's very cool. But to me, it was just a great pro wrestling match. I mean, I loved it. Yes, I understand the significance of everything, and I'm down. I'm here for it. But I love the fact it was a great wrestling match, and you can check your finger out if you want to, but it's ridiculous. Robbie says Jim Cornette needs to write an autobiography. He's a wrestling historian, has many. Yeah, Robbie, but I'm going to tell you this right now. I quit listening to Jim years ago. When you start wishing death on people and he means it, I'm done. Sandy says Devlin versus Escobar. Dude, that was an excellent match. Ciampa versus Walter, Cherie says, 100%. Excellent match. Yeah, that was really, really good. Beyond good. It was really awesome. For sure. Shannon with some AEW, Phoenix and Pac versus the Bucks were great. Yeah. You know, a lot of standing around in that. The double Poison Rana outside the ring. They're both standing there still looking at each other. I get it. You're right. It was a superb knockdown drag out match, as we knew it would be. Man, think about them pulling off, kicking off shows like that, dude. Chris says, I'll be down for just a bio of Smoky Mountain Wrestling with a forward by Rick Rubin. You know what? I'm here for that. Sure. Let's see. Where'd you go? Darn it, Sandy. Who should Walter lose the UK championship to? I don't know, man. Barack. No, I'm just kidding. Brock crushes him in 20 seconds. That's my, oh God, it's going to happen, isn't it? Look, but I don't want it to. You like that? It's kind of like you smell something bad. Robert, where'd you go? Freaking Robert. Robert, did we upset you? You've been missing the show, man. Dude, come on. That coffin drop, though, Shannon says. Absolutely. Would I get a Cameron Grimes tattoo, Elvis says. I love Cameron. I don't love him that much. I don't do tattoos, kids. I got no tattoos. Because if I get tattoos, that's an identifying mark, and then I can't rob a bank. I've been planning that heist for months. One day I'll pull it off. Everyone forget I said this. Anyways. What else we got before we get out of here today, kids? We are past the 1 hour mark. It's just so much fun hanging out. Robert says, got busy with online school. Hey, man, more power to you. Get that education. Some of us didn't get enough. Good on you, man. Good on you, dude. Go do your thing for sure. Iron Michael and AEW, I have mixed feelings about that. I like Mike Tyson a lot, but is he bringing anything to the table? Brother, I couldn't tell you. All right, kids, I'm being summoned by the boy. So I'm going to have to get out of here. Listen, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed the show, as always. We hope that you had fun. Did you all have fun? Did you? Woo! I'm glad you had fun. What did you think about the show?
It doesn't matter what you think.
I had to throw that in because it's The Rock. And I said, dude, what'd you think? And he said, it doesn't matter. Nothing? All right. It does matter what you think, by the way, for sure. I just want an excuse to hit the button. I'm about to get some more buttons. I'm gonna go on a mission for more buttons. More buttons. Oh my God, Victor with a ding dong hello. Well, shut up. That might be the next one. Shannon with the says, yeah, new button. You know what, Victor, you may have just, and Victor, you're the man on Facebook, bro. So you know what, I may have to make that happen. I have Bailey with the soccer mom haircut thing she's got going on. Dude, that'd be fun. Some fun stuff. Fun stuff. I need an AEW button. We've already got Sting on here. Where is he?
It's Sting!
It's the only AEW button I got. I get one of Orange Cassidy. It's just his picture. That'd be fun. That'd be super fun. All right, I'm going to get out of here now. I said I was, and I didn't because I'm still reading comments. Folks, I want everybody out there to do something for me. Have yourselves a great weekend. Go watch the WrestleMania replay. Go watch Sasha and Bianca again. Fun, freaking great match, dude. Watch yourself some wrestling this weekend. I got to go catch up on Falcon and Winter Soldier later today. By the way, kids, before we split, Peaches and Power Bombs, hosted by Tina Miller and Sarah Hirsch. Go check out the show. Subscribe on YouTube, wherever they are available. Peaches and Power Bombs. And the Dudes at Ringside Wrestling podcast. And also the Geeks Wrestling Alliance. Wrestling Geeks. God bless it, Dane. Don't shoot me. Geeks Wrestling Alliance. Don't shoot me. Go check Dane Alves. Just go check out their show. I'm sorry I butchered the name of the show. My sincere apologies. Yeah, I'm not going to try it anymore. I keep butchering. My apologies. Go check out these podcasts, man. They're much worth your time. Please and thank you. That would be awesome. I'm getting out of here. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks again for watching. Wrestling Geeks Alliance. Thank you, Chris. Holy God. It kind of sounds like you're wrestling some geeks. Or you're geeks that wrestle. I'm playing. It's fine. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Thanks again, as always, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Everybody have yourselves a great week. Please come back next Friday for another grand episode of Tom Clark's Main Event. A production note, we may not be here the week after. Your boy's on vacation. You know what vacation means? Peace. I'm out. So I may be out that week. I'll let you know next week. Come back next week, kids. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks much for watching. Have a good one, folks. Thanks much. See you next time. Tom Clark's Main Event.